Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms, Garrison Master Class version 2.0. It has been the time to actually review the Garrison Commanders and the talent trees. Is there things that have been changed? There is a couple of things that have changed, not big changes, but every small detail matters. Shadow Legion is also upon us. You're probably in KVK, you're probably in the New Kingdom. You want to make sure that your city is protected, or at least you want to make sure that you did the best you can to actually protect your city. First commander is YSG, obviously well-known YSG, but is he good to be used as a primary? That is the question. Well, honestly not. If you actually want to use YSG as a primary commander in the garrison, I have no idea why would you do that. Just in case, I do have talents for him as well. But before we go into the talents, we are talking about legendary and epic commanders. So there's a couple things you want to know about epics and legendary, approximately the stars that it costs to upgrade them, and you want to know the sculptures that it costs to upgrade them. Just a quick notice. Also, the talents only work from the primary commander. You also want to make sure that equipment that you have on your garrison commander is some of the best one, because the equipment only works from the primary commander as well. When you upgrade your garrison commanders, you want to make sure that you want to keep them at 1 star, max their primary, and then you unlock the rest, or you unlock the second one, like YSG for example. You unlock the 2nd star, you keep him as 2 star to max his 2nd skill. That's very good, and that's a very good tip for YSG. His primary 2 skills are very powerful. Rage Restoration and the AoE damage from his primary skill. Now with the new updates that AoE is actually getting a buff, they even sent another email explaining in details about that, so that's thumbs up that they're actually fixing something that was supposed to work 2 years ago. YSG becomes even more powerful and more wanted. All the reasons to actually invest on him. Another advice about garrison that I want to give you, you want to make sure that you have high level commanders. But if you have a garrison commander who is already around 5 star, then you definitely want to use it, because the garrison talents play a very important role in defending your city. So in the end, it's actually important to have a proper garrison commander. But I'm talking just at the beginning of the game. Players don't actually have experience. They don't have tomes of knowledge. They probably use all kind of commanders. Somehow it's not wrong, because you don't have the right commanders, you don't have the sculptures to upgrade so many commanders. But later on, you want to make the right decision and you want to use a proper garrison commander. Now let's get into the talents. This is the garrison talents that I have on my YSG. I'm not sure if you noticed, is with King's Guard. Well, this is not for city, because if I would ever use my YSG in a garrison situation as primary, because talents only work from the primary, would be in a flag, a pass, or a fortress situation. So that's why he's with King's Guard, because King's Guard work on those kind of garrisoning situation. Flag, passes, holy shrines, anything else. If you want to do it for your city, you want to get no die enemies. So pretty much all this part, including city guard, defense, and whatever, you just put them on the left side and you get adamantine walls and everything until you get no die enemy. Arrow knock is also really good, so you definitely want to get that as well. And then the full skill, because that's what YSG is pretty much focused on. Just rage and damage, rage and damage. So you want to make him a skill damage engine. The second on the list, at least on my list, is Charles Martel. So this is not the way I'm classifying the commanders as a garrison. It's just I'm just taking them the way I have them on my list. Charles Martel is also a very powerful garrison commander. I personally prefer skill damaging commanders on my city, because you don't want to be defensive on your city. You want to do as much damage as possible, and if things go bad, you just either teleport away, or you bubble, or I don't know, just do something. On your city, you want to do as much damage as you can to the enemies. When you defend flags or passes or somewhere else, then defensive actually has a reason, because you can reinforce that. But your city can only be reinforced by a limit up to 1 million. After that, it's pretty hard for people to keep reinforcing your city. It can be done, but you'll just have way too many dead in your city at some point. So definitely you might want to orient when you want to defend your city with a lot of skill damaging commanders. Your city might go down faster, but you either give it or you either take it. That's how it works. Being very defensive will not get you very far. Now, thanks to rocktalents.com, this is the Charles Martel talent tree for your city. This is what I would do if I would have to use Charles Martel in a garrison. You have Undying Fury, you have Iron Spear, you have Call of the Pack, so there is quite a lot of bonuses that you can get from the tree, including no die enemy. Because like I said, pretty much you want to protect your city against swarming. That's something that you do. To take rallies, you need to have the number of troops. 4 billion plus actually worth it to take a rally. And at that point, you need skill damaging commanders so you can take down the rally fast. It's not wrong using Charles Martel, but exactly like I said, just being very defensive in your city. At some point the city goes down. If you're having Charles Martel on your wall, there's nothing wrong. He's still a beast in defending. Charles and YFG, I've seen a lot of garrison like that doing a lot of damage. If you want to defend flags or passes or where else, it's exactly like I showed on the YSG talent tree. You just put no die enemy, you just take it and put it on the Kingsguard. So all that side over there, you just go and you just put it on Kingsguard. The next garrison commander that we have on the list is the famous Sun Tzu that everyone knows about, and you're noticing over there by the sign, he is my primary garrison commander, and by that sign, Sun Tzu is my second garrison commander. Now let's go into the talents. And obviously these are my city garrison talents. I've done this specific for the Shadow Legion because, like I said, we have Shadow Legion and we have the Hell difficulty. I'm definitely gonna do a video about that or release a live stream or something, because the difficulty before Hell was very strong, so I'm expecting Hell to be like super strong. And I've done this specific talent just for that. Now personally, I don't recommend Naked Rage. I'm not gonna reset the talents just for the purpose of the video, and for that reason I'm just gonna explain it. For Shadow Legion this is good, but if you want to defend your city, you want to drop Naked Rage and you want to drop Nowhere to Turn and probably get Call of the Pack, because if you only drop Naked Rage, the best thing you can get is Latent Power, and Sun Tzu's additional damage is just 200, which is too small to spend 3 talent points just to empower that. If you want to use Sun Tzu on a flag, on a pass, or on a fortress, or anywhere else, not your city, it's exactly like I mentioned. You have to put all that side with no die enemy. You have to put it on Kingsguard. Kingsguard is a really good talent that you want to look into it when you want to do a garrison. If you want to do a full infantry garrison and you want to put Sun Tzu, there is a different talent tree. This is a full infantry garrison. You're noticing that you pretty much have all the bonuses that you can get for the infantry, some rage restoration, you have all the beauty from the garrison, and you have all the beauty from the skill. So this would be a full infantry garrison with Sun Tzu. Imagine if your city is being hit by an Edward YSG and you have Naked Rage. I mean, they already hit very strong. With this, with another 6%, you want to empower them, so try to just skip that, okay? What I'm doing is my own tests. The next garrison commander on the list is Herman. So exactly like I showed on YSG, the reason Herman is like this is because I used him again in flag situation. I sometimes defend 2-3 places, so I want to have a couple of commanders as options to actually defend, because even when I defend flags, I still prefer nuking commanders, and I rather just reinforce the flags, and I want to make sure that I want to take down whatever is hitting that flag. I give you as an example. So that's why even Herman is with Kingsguard and with Iron Knock, because I just prefer to go with damage over being very defensive. But if you want to do Herman for your city, you have to do it exactly like Sun Tzu, because Sun Tzu pretty much has garrison and skill, but don't do Naked Rage. So you just put everything from this side, from Kingsguard, you put it on no die enemy. Kusanagi. So here we have Kusanagi as well, because I use him as Garrison Commander. You noticing the same talent tree on Kusanagi, the full skill, the Kingsguard, that is for flag, passes, fortresses, and so on. And this is the other side for Kusanagi, because I used him in my city with no die enemy. So for your city, that's the way you want to do it, with full skill, no die enemy, and arrow now. I've tested this talent tree with Sansu, with my alt on the previous Shadow Legion, and it actually makes a difference. I actually managed with my alt 45 million power to pass the nightmare difficulty using this talent build, because like I said, Sansu has the same garrison and skill, so there's nothing changing. It doesn't matter, it's Herman, it's YSG, it's Kusanagi, it's Sansu, they all have garrison and skill. So this was the talent build that I used on my Sansu, on my alt, 45 million power, 1.8 million troops, and I passed the nightmare difficulty. But I was reinforcing with my main. I was reinforcing his city, and I was refreshing the marchers whenever they were getting low. But I passed it. So there you go, nightmare difficulty on Shadow Legion. The next Garrison Commander is Eulogy Mundok. So this is the talent tree that I have for Eulogy Mundok. If you want to use Eulogy Mundok as primary, again, obviously no die enemy, and as much part of the infantry as I could have covered. I don't see any other reasons to actually invest more in the attack or invest more in the garrison with Eulogy Mundok, especially that this one doesn't work in the city. So it's pretty much only infantry left where you can actually spend your talent point. That's my Eulogy Mundok Garrison talent tree. Here we have Pelagius, and this is gonna be the most interesting probably talent tree that I have done with Pelagius. This is a anti-swarming, anti-skill damage with a epic commander. You're probably wondering what the hell are you talking about. 12% reduced skill damage taken, 15% reduced skill damage taken, so we are already at 27 plus 6% skill damage taken, that is 33% reduced skill damage taken. That's a very interesting talent tree. Plus you have clarity to increase the skill damage, you have all in one. So you also have the skill damage bonus from the skill tree. You have no die enemy, which again effects are enhanced by 9% when garrison is surrounded. So that is a very powerful garrison talent tree that you have over here with Pelagius. You also have Halberd. Cavalry units led by this commander deals an additional 9% damage to archer units. So in case you get hit by archers, I believe that Pelagius kinda is the best option you have to just put as garrison on your city. You put Pelagius primary, you put, I don't know, Saladin second, and that's a very solid combination for a city. Pelagius Saladin for the win, or Pelagius Takeda, and you have a solid garrison in your city. Richard can be done exactly as Charles Martel. He's also level 50, so it's not much talents I can show about him. Next one is Constantine, so let's go pick on rocktalents.com. So here we have Constantine. This is Constantine talent tree. Undying Fury, Iron Spear, Emergency Protection, Rejuvenate. These are all good stuff that you want to have with Constantine. This is again for your city. Now if you want to do this for flag and passes, it's pretty much same that I have talked on all the other commanders. You just take off no die enemy and the other talents, and you just go for King's Guard. So it's as simple as it is. The left side, you just put it on the right side, and obviously you don't need nowhere to turn, because nowhere to turn is city specific. And with that, you can probably just take something like counter attack, which not much help if you don't have a second in command that does some healing, or you can just go and get some double-headed axe or Call of the Pack that will actually help you. Now I do have YSG as well, because I did show it. So my YSG was with King's Guard. I forgot that I've done it, so I do have YSG with no die enemy. So this is the way it looks like. And the next commander that I want to talk about it was Wu Zetian. So this is the talent tree for Wu Zetian. This is for your city because you have nowhere to turn. If you want to do this for a flag or a pass, you just simply take this tree away. You simply put it over there. So that's other type of garrisoning situation, you do with healing herbs, and this is for your city. Now, if you don't want to keep switching and resetting your woozy town, you can just simply don't do nowhere to turn and just keep the healing herb. So that way your woozy town is as universal as it can be, and you just use her everywhere as a garrison commander. So that's pretty much all about all the garrison commanders. I wanted to be as short as possible. No reason to actually click on the talents or on the skills, because you can do that yourself. So I'm not sure if you noticed, but all the talents, they are pretty much oriented with either Know Thy Enemy or King's Guard, depending on the situation. I just find them pretty good working like that. Like I said, I did test it in the Shadow Legion event and it helps a lot. Preferably would be that you don't take rallies. That's only few people that can actually take rallies. I mean, a small percentage of players that can actually take rallies. Or if you can just pop a shield, then definitely you can also take a rally, and when your hospital is full, you just shield. But advisable will be to not take rallies. Let the people that know what they're doing to take the rally. More details I can give about Garrison is specifically against Attila and Takeda. I've done a video about that, so I'm definitely going to post the cards regarding those kind of videos. You can also check the commander spotlights for Tiano from Constantine. I've talked a lot. So if you're interested to hear specifically about one commander or in as many details as possible, you can definitely check their commander spotlight, because that's where I actually detail and talk the most about each and every commander. This is your boy Legend Ronnie, signing off. See you guys on the next one. Peace out, yo, and take care.